Welcome, everyone, to tonight's webinar for our Motives Monday series. I'm super excited to talk to you about goals this evening. And if you've been following our Motives Monday series throughout the month of April, you'll have noticed that we are sticking to a theme of all of our exciting new eyeshadow palettes that we're launching the end of this month. So this week, one of our new eyeshadow palettes we're launching is Goal Digger, and we thought it was a fun play on words to really talk about getting real with your business, your beauty business, and starting with, taking a little bit of time to think about what your goals are and being intentional with your time and how you plan to achieve them. And I'm going to show you, most importantly, the numbers and how it can all come into fruition with you. I really truly believe that, we can have all of these ideas and wishes and wants, but if we can't convince our subconscious mind that it's possible, then it really may never come into fruition for us because we don't understand how that's going to happen. So that's where the numbers come into play, and I'm going to show you some very simple, very real, very duplicatable examples that I think you'll all agree that you can do it. And more importantly, you can help invite other people to do the same and do it alongside of you. So if you're a guest on the webinar, special welcome to you. I'm a big proponent of education and getting, as much education as possible during your evaluation journey to make the decision on if, this is a company and a brand that you feel is a great fit for you. If you are an existing business owner and beauty advisor, congratulations for committing to yourself and your own success. And I just want to invite anyone who has questions. You could put them in the same post that we have in our Motives Cosmetics official pro partner page. You can type up any questions you have in that body of that post where we promoted this webinar this evening, just so that we keep everything organized, that I can find your questions, answer them, and that other people can learn from them as well. So we're going to roll right into it here. And I just wanted to take a few minutes in the beginning to talk about, if I went right to the numbers, it wouldn't really maybe make as much sense to you. I think first we have to have a goal in mind to be even able to achieve it with the numbers. So think about, what your goals are. And it sounds cliche and it's a really easy thing for us to write off. But if we write down our goal statement, you could type it up and stick it in your wallet. I like to handwrite it just so that it has that extra emotional touch when you're reading it. But it's something so simple you can do for yourself every day. Just write your goals down and read them a couple times a day. And again, it's really programming your mind for that success. And why that's so important is, many times we get caught up in the day to day, and it's not that we're planning to fail, it's really that we're failing to plan. And again, I just really believe we have to be intentional about our time and what we want from this business, but also what we want out of life in order to be able to achieve that. So think about, dreams that you have, goals that you have. Some of us are a little unclear on that because we get so caught up in our day to day and we find ourselves being reactive or maybe a victim to circumstances, or we're just letting, we're doing our best to stay afloat and life just gets away from us. So, you almost need to schedule a little bit of time to really sit down and get real with yourself and where you want to be and what you want your life to look like, so that you can really start to really obsess over that and keep it at the forefront of your mind. And I think a large part of our goals or our why in life, it's, all being, really certain and clear on what you feel your passions are, what your strengths are, and really what your purpose is. And so, I don't want to dig too deep into that. I feel like I could do a whole new webinar on what's your why, but some of us struggle with that, on what is our why and what is our purpose. And one little trick I'll just tell you is maybe think about the things that bring you the most joy, the things that you think that you're really good at, that you excel at. What can you offer to other people that maybe, not doesn't come as easy to everyone else. So everyone's strengths are going to be a little bit different, and we're certainly not all good at everything. But think about just those few little key pieces that sort of define who you are. And that can sort of be your purpose, to really hone in on that and share those strengths and help other people. And then you'll find yourself attracting people who maybe have complementary passions or purposes that maybe aren't the same as yours, but it makes for a great partnership because you can, sort of jive off of one another's energies and passions. So this, again, might take a little more time, so you might want to put a little bit of time aside over the next 24 hours to really digging deeper into that. But, I think balance is key. I think it's almost impossible to have balance at all times, but you'll find yourself in some phases of life feeling really successful with business, in which case if that's going really well, then maybe you feel like you're a little imbalanced with your personal life or your relationships, or your parental skills, if you will, or your social life, and that's okay. And then you'll find that then you can switch gears and spend more time there eventually. But I think when you're really trying to achieve some immediate short-term goals, you have to make a lot of big sacrifices immediately, that will, in our business, those sacrifices you're making right now for the short term are going to pay you an ongoing income for the rest of your life. And that's really where you want to spend your time thinking and focusing on, so that you're not feeling like you're depriving yourself or your family, or that it's all for nothing. So here's some categories of things you can think about. Where would you like to live? Maybe you love the town you're in, but you don't love your home. It's not your dream home. Or maybe you love your dream home, but it's not in your favorite town or state or even country. Just think about all those things. Something to love, obviously, relationships. I think, it can be, your romantic relationships, but also family, friends, community, things like that. And then something to learn, something to keep, like, what are you, excited to try that you've not been able to do before? This is more, it could also be experiences more so than learning, because we kind of learn through everything that we do, right? And then maybe to leave a legacy, maybe you're passionate about, giving back in some capacity in some certain industry or focus. Maybe you want to start your own nonprofit, or maybe you want to link up and have time and financial resources to help, a cause that's near and dear to your heart, or your local community or church, or whatever the case may be. So think about those things, and then try to kind of break it into, nothing is too unattainable or too large of a dream, but so write them all down, but then try to organize them into sort of like short, medium, and long-term goals. And the short-term goals, like, it doesn't have to be anything monumentous. I think we just need to convince ourselves that we are capable of achieving, and that when we focus on those bite-sized pieces, it kind of, again, convinces your subconscious mind that you are capable and deserving of bigger and larger dreams. So sort of write everything you want down and try to maybe order it in things that you feel that you could do now, and things that are going to take a little bit more time. And just know that you're going to constantly have to measure, monitor, adjust, and control. And this is maybe one of the biggest pieces of all of this, is kind of keeping it real and taking the time to realize, like, maybe you've done this exercise before and it hasn't really worked for you, so you're leery to do it again, or maybe you've never done it. But either way, understanding that one of the biggest components of having success with writing your goal statement and believing it and achieving it is that you have to really understand what you need to give up or overcome in order to change your life in such a way that you're going to get everything that you want out of life. Because most of us, the path we're on right now isn't going to get us where we ultimately desire to go. And so it's not enough to just be intentional or wish or want or even write it down. We really have to understand what sacrifices we're going to need to make, or what obstacles we're going to need to overcome in order to achieve them. what does that look like for you? I don't know. It could be building up your self-esteem so that you don't let your insecurities paralyze you. Maybe it's, you feel like you don't have enough time, but we all have enough time. We can all do better with our time management. So maybe you have to give up things that you currently enjoy, whether it's, your favorite TV show, whether it's, a club or an activity that you participate in once a week or once a month. It could be family time, and that hurts, but it's all for a long-term benefit. So you want to be mindful and think about all of that. And certainly financial obstacles can be a big burden to us as well, but you're going to see in these numbers, what I'm going to show you is that you can make a significant immediate retail profit in our business without even focusing on expanding distribution or building a team. And through retailing our product, that income that you're making and those profits are what is going to fund your personal and self-development and your professional development, whether it requires training or traveling or whatever the case may be. So that's kind of just setting you up to maybe do the legwork that's needed to even have a goal or an intention of, what I'm going to show you next, which is really the activities to make the money and how the numbers play out. So that's just a disclaimer that obviously if you don't do what I'm going to show you, then the numbers aren't going to pan out for you. But number one, we are a business that really prides ourselves on personal touch. We say that we are, one-to-one marketers, and that's pretty much always been our identity from day one in 1992 when our parent company first launched, was that we were a product brokerage company that specialized in one-to-one marketing. And that's still really our identity and holds true today. The fact that we're a product brokerage company means that we don't manufacture our own products. The benefit of that is that we only have the best products in the marketplace, and we have the most competitive price because we're going directly to these manufacturers that use all their resources and development in a really great product, but they don't have the means or the money to market, advertise, or sell. So that's where we come into play. That's how our marketing plan works and pays us as beauty advisors with Motives Cosmetics, is that it's really just sort of think about advertising dollars being allocated differently. So every time we do an activity, we're going to make money two ways. We're going to make retail profit, which is that immediate profit that you can make from as a business owner. A perk is that you get all of the product at a distributor cost, which averages, say, 30 to 40% savings. And then you get to sell it at that suggested retail. So for instance, if you are purchasing $100 worth of product at a distributor cost, you're going to turn around and sell it for about $140 suggested retail to your customer. So that $40 is what you're going to keep and profit from immediately at that time of sale. The other way we get paid is through the form of BV, which we refer to as business volume. And that is a point that is associated with every single product that we offer. And those points accumulate until you hit certain thresholds, which will then offer you a payout. And you'll see how the numbers work in a minute here. But just know that the BV side of things and the commissions there's no end of month. The BV rolls over week to week and month after month. And it really just is not a matter of if you get paid, but when you get paid. So we are not a multi-level marketing structure where we're going to pay off percentages and levels and there's dilution and quotas and end of the month. We have a very different marketing plan. So if you're a guest or you're a new business partner, that would be a great next step for you, would be to evaluate our business plan. But what I'm going to show you is how the numbers add up, and I just wanted to take the time to explain those two moving parts because that's what we're going to build the action plan on. And just statistically, just so you know, the average individual who wears makeup, whether it's every day or on occasion, if anyone's doing a full face of makeup, just based on top 10 products that everyone should have in a beauty bundle, we actually have a little flyer designed, if you're not aware, that you can even talk yourself through 10 steps, 10 questions, and identify top 10 products for yourself to build your own custom beauty bundle. But in doing that, it's about $125 BV and $70 of retail profit. So I'm going to strip that down. Everything we're doing is super conservative, and we're just going to say, okay, instead of saying that the average customer is going to order 125 BV worth of product, let's just say that they order like less than half of that. Let's say your average sale per customer. Now, remember, we're focused on one-to-one relationships. So you sit down, you do an individual consultation. The goal of that consultation is that you're going to sell your client $100 worth of cosmetics. Based on, again, we're being super conservative here. It's usually more like 40% in our cosmetic division of the profitability on our distributor cost versus suggested retail. But in this example, we're going to keep it super conservative so that it's more believable for you. And that would earn you $30 of that immediate retail profit. And then let's say it's based on 80%, which is our average BV per dollar ratio in our cosmetic division. And that would give you about 56 BV based on the wholesale cost, the distributor cost of product, which is $70. So I just wanted to explain that to you, and we're going to use this as an example to build an action plan in a minute. Some of you may be wondering, okay, well, now I have some customers. How do I go from here? I don't have a lot of time to explain this tonight, but we certainly have other resources, webinars, and videos that go through this. But we have a Hostess incentive program, which is referred to as Party With Me 100 for free. And this program is a great way to get your individual client, your customer, to incentivize them to maybe host an event for you, because an event is really where you're going to leverage your time and maximize your sales. But a lot of times people are leery to host an event for you if they've not first experienced your product or your service. And also for those of us that maybe aren't, a beauty industry by trade, we kind of need to build up our skill level and our confidence level in doing one-on-one consultations before we go and conduct an event. We're going to have a more successful event when we've kind of mastered some of those basics. So that's why I'm just showing you this progression. But the 5 objectives, so the 100 for free is basically that there's 5 objectives that are each worth $20 for your client in fun money, basically. And it could be, any product that we have access to as a business owner, we can offer them, to create a wish list of things that they would like. And they basically have to do these 5 activities in order to earn that $100 of free money. So the first thing, super simple, but very important, is to keep their event on the original date. The second thing is to have 5 or more people over the age of 18 at their event. The third thing is to do a minimum of $200 in sales. This is giving the client or your hostess ownership of the process, and they're going to help their friends and their family order more product because they're invested in it for their program. And then the last part is my favorite part, because a lot of people aren't interested in working with our brand until they see our marketing plan or our business plan. So that's the last objective, worth $20, is that if they evaluate the marketing plan, they get that $20 worth of product credit as well. Now, the right people are going to volunteer. We never have to talk anyone into this business. The right people will volunteer. Then you could get fun and creative and do like bonus outside gifts. Like you could go to our Motives gear that we have access to, whether it's t-shirts, mugs, cups, pens, things like that, little makeup bags. And you could use those as gifts for your hostess as an incentive as well, to get maybe some outside orders for people who weren't able to be at the event, etc. So really what I'm trying to focus on is that we're taking that one-to-one relationship, and now we're incentivizing them to host an event, which is going to be worth their while because they're going to have fun. They want to help you out anyway, but we want to make sure that they're excited and there's an incentive of free product for them. So that's what if you go onto your media index from your back office, which is unfranchise.com, you can look up the hostess packet, and you can actually purchase them already printed out for your use during these events. And we basically you could do any event that you could possibly think of. I've done many different ones over my 12 or so years of working with Motives Cosmetics, but really what you want to focus on are things that are duplicatable, because when you're hosting an event and conducting an event, you want to make sure that it's not too overwhelming for the attendees, but also the attendees are all potential customers and business partners for you down the road. And you want them to feel impressed by the professionalism, but also empowered with the duplicatable system. And so that's what we have in these 4 different events. Not that you're limited to these, but these, in my opinion, are very successful. I usually do twice the amount of sale per attendee when I use one of these outlines than versus when I try to be creative and do my own event. So we've got an all about skin and beauty basics, a blend your beauty, which is with our custom blend system, and then it's your time to shine, which is more of a hands-on application workshop for the attendees. So you want to make sure, I just grabbed some pictures off of our Facebook group for our beauty advisors, and you want to make sure that your setup is nice and professional and it's inviting, and people are going to want to host events for you after attending one when they have such a great experience. But let's look at the numbers behind an event. If you have an event, the average event, and we've scaled this out and we've tracked numbers, and if you have, based on those programs I just showed you, those duplicatable events, the average event is going to generate about $1,000 in retail sales. So obviously that's 10 times the amount of doing a one-on-one consultation. But again, sometimes you need to do the consults to get someone to host the event for you. But that's going to earn you immediate profit of $300 on average. Realistically, it's probably going to be more. And then based on that 80% BV per dollar ratio, you're going to have 560 BV to share with your team. And I'm going to show you how the numbers add up in a minute, and then we'll wrap up the webinar. But I want you to know too that based on these duplicatable events that I'm talking about, we do want everything to be systemized, duplicatable, and most importantly, maybe professional. So you have access to all these guidelines, surveys, support materials. They're professionally printed for you. They're much cheaper than if you would try to print them out on your own. You do have access to these files as a business owner as well for free. You have access to the file, but then you've got to print them out on your own or upload them to Staples or whatever you use for print and copy. And this is, like I said, a lot cheaper and easier. So you can order these. Here's the prices and the codes. And the It's Your Time to Shine is sort of taking it to the next level with the application workshop. So again, you can go in our Motives Cosmetics official pro partner Facebook page, check out the units section of that group page. And there's so much education on how to conduct any of those duplicatable events as well. So let's kind of recap, okay? Let's say that you just want to focus on one-to-one events. There are one-to-one consults. This is my personal favorite. I prefer to do these over events, but events make you more money, right? But so let's just say that you enjoy doing one-on-one consults. You could give yourself an action plan based on that to do 10 consults per month or even 20 consults per month. I know 20 sounds like a lot, but that's 5 per week. You could stack 5 in one full day, or you could do maybe one consult per workday, or maybe you're a makeup artist. It's going to be super simple for you. It's not what the average person would do, but I'm just giving you a couple different examples. Oh no, sorry about that. You can see your immediate retail profit here would be $600 just from $300 from doing 10 consultations and 600 BV, or if you did those 20 consultations, that would be $600 in immediate retail profit, and then $1,200 in volume. And I just wanted to show you those numbers because you're going to see how they can be relevant. We talked about every event. What that's worth to you financially is about $300 in immediate retail profit and 600 BV. So let's say that you want to be conservative and you are committing to doing maybe one event every other week. That would be an average of $600 in retail profit for you and 1,200 BV. And what I recommend everyone to do, because I think we all can do it, we all have the time for it, and you all are worthy of the not only the immediate income, but the the momentum that your business will receive as a result. If you commit to doing one event per week, that's $1,200 average in retail profit a month and 2,400 BV. So let's kind of just talk about the average beauty advisor or business owner. What would an action plan look like for them to do on a monthly basis? Well, let's say we committed to doing 5 consults per month. So obviously, if we did one per week, that would be 4. So it's a little more than one per week. If we did that, what that would look like is $150 minimum in retail profit and 300 BV. If we committed to just doing one event per month, that's it. That would be $300 in retail profit and 600 BV. So for simplicity's sake, let's just say that you're doing an average of 1 consult per week, 1 event per month. That's going to earn you $450 in immediate retail profit and 900 BV towards commissions. And I'm going to show you how that BV looks like in a payout plan for you. Either way, it's worth it, right? I mean, that's a lot. No one's going to turn away the retail profit. But let's say you're new to building our business or your business, and you just have 2 partners. You know, we build 2 teams in our business, if you're familiar with our marketing plan. And so let's just say you're starting there. You've got your 2 personal sponsored individuals, and so you are accumulating volume towards commissions. Looking at the volume based on this action plan that I just laid out ahead here, you're going to see it's 900 BV, okay? So let's say your left partner is creating 900 BV, and your right partner is creating 900 BV, and then you can actually place your volume in your business partner centers. So in doing that, that's going to give you 1,350 BV on each side, which is going to be more than our first threshold of a commission check. So our first threshold is 1,200 BV on your left and your right, and that would earn you a $300 commission check. So in this example, just with you and 2 other business partners doing an average of 1 event per week, 1 event per month, and 1 consult per week, you're earning a $300 commission check, plus you're earning that $450 in retail profit. The goal with this is that as you get momentum from doing your one-on-ones and from doing events and using that hostess incentive program or using the, self-directed challenges like 30 faces in 30 days, you're going to find people are evaluating the plan as part of that hostess incentive program. They're going to volunteer to be in your team. They see how simple and duplicatable your events are, but maybe most importantly, how much fun they are. And that's how your team is going to grow the fastest and in the most successful way, because people are learning by doing. It's experiential learning and you're all doing it together, which is more fun. So let's say your team is growing, maybe it's 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, even a year down the road, and you've got 6 people on your left team and 6 people on your right. That doesn't mean you personally sponsored all of them. In our business, we get paid 100% commissionable credit on all the volume produced in our organization. So it's just 6 people total in each of your teams. And looking for each of those 6 people to commit to that action plan of 5 consults per month, 1 event per month. That's going to, again, produce 900 BV per person times your 6 partners plus your own production. You're going to be well over our last threshold of 5,000 and 5,000. You're actually at 5,850 on each side, and that would roll you through the whole pay cycle of $1,500 in commissions. So, I mean, I don't know anywhere else where you could have a team of 6 people plus yourself, 7 people doing a super, super part-time commitment of their business. I mean, you're talking less than 10 hours a week here and earning that type of money, $1,500 in commissions, and again, plus your $400 in retail profit, as noted at the bottom of that slide. So I'm really going to mess with your mind a minute here, because now let's talk about, skincare and makeup to me is like candy. Everyone wants it, everyone looks at it, everyone gets excited about it. But really what we're able to do in our business that's super unique is, as being a product brokerage company, we have access as a perk or a benefit to not just makeup, but thousands of other high-end exclusive products that are best in class across many different billion-dollar industries. So we're just going to talk about a couple complementary industries to cosmetics, which would be skincare. And let's say that you do a one-on-one consult with a skincare client. It could be the same client that you sold makeup to. Now you're building share of customer, as we refer to it as, but you're booking them into a separate consultation to teach them about skincare. And as an example, let's just say our, probably one of our most loved skincare lines is Skintelligence. It's a, beautiful line. It has very incredible ingredients and science behind it, but it's actually super affordable. And you can sell a whole 5-piece system for $110. So this is just an example. It's probably going to be more depending on what you're selling them, but again, we're just trying to give you some conservative numbers to work with. So based on doing a one-on-one consult with a skincare system, that's going to earn you over $30 in retail profit and over 50 BV just focusing on this one example. So let's say you did one consult per week. That would be 4 per month. That'd be about $125 in immediate retail profit and 212 BV to share with your team. Or if you want to kick it in high gear a little bit, you could do 2 consults per week. You could even have your customer bring a friend and do 2 at one time, really. You could do 2 consults per week, which would be 8 per month, which is about $250 in immediate retail profit. You don't even need to have business partners or a team to earn that retail profit. And then the 424 BV. But what happens is, as you're focusing on one-to-one marketing, and now people are really starting to like you, to trust you, to know that your products deliver results, they're going to be interested in so much more. And a lot of this is through lifestyle marketing, and this is just an example. But I have this happen to me all the time where I'm sitting down with someone who's, using Motives, and then they say, well, your skin is so beautiful, or your curls are tame, what do you use in your hair? Or they come to my home and they see all these brands that they're not familiar with that they're using while they're in my home. It's just kind of a natural progression. So let's say you have a client that then you're offering one of our newer products to, is that Rose Refresher. It's a great kind of pick-me-up skincare product that you missed on your face as you're going throughout your day. I love it. So let's say you sell them that. You sell them Beauty from the Inside Out, one of our Isotonics supplements, which is a beauty blend, which is focused on additives for your hair, skin, and nails. A Color Shield shampoo and conditioner. We have a new one with our Fix line that's sulfate free. It's amazing. Digestive enzymes, they help with obviously digesting food, but also that beauty from the inside out because it's promoting a healthy gut. Laundry packs. Listen, I know it's not exciting to do laundry, but we all have to do it to survive. And it's actually one of my favorite products that we have are those little packs that you just so easy, so quick, you throw them in your laundry. And maybe a body balm. Everyone needs, you can never have too much body lotion. I particularly love this Cellular Labs De-Aging Body Balm. These are products that most women are going to buy on a regular basis. So let's say you offer that to your base 10 customers, which is what we teach in our basic 5 training. That would give you, with those 10 customers, that's an additional $63 of retail profit that you're gaining on each of your goal of 10 preferred customers. So obviously, if you multiply the 63 times 10, you're at $632 of retail profit. Most excitingly, you're at 1210 BV. And listen, these have a higher reordering ratio. They're going to do these maybe every month for like something like the Beauty Blend or the Rose Refresher. Maybe certain other products, maybe your shampoo and conditioner might last you a little bit longer. But it's either per month or per quarter for these products versus the cosmetics take a lot longer. So let's just think about this. I mean, you see how duplicatable, how simple these numbers are. Hopefully there's believability for you here. So if I can show you a way that you're earning that $1,000 plus every single month, would you commit to the action plan that we're showcasing here? So I gave you an example with Motives. I'm going to give you an example with skincare and building that share of customer. You're going to be so amazed by how the numbers add up. This almost it's so crazy and so, I don't know, profound. Like the numbers that you see are going to be so impressive. You're going to be like, how is that possible? But I did the math and I'm going to show it to you to show you that it is, to prove it to you. Really, you could add both these action plans together that I'm showing you. But let's say based on 1 consult per week and 2 events per month, which I think is again, it's a very standard work week, if you will, or a very standard commitment that everyone should be committing to their business. It's nothing crazy. This is something that everybody has time for. They just might have to think about what they're going to give up in the meantime, right? So let's say in that one consult per week, that's 4 per month. We already gave you that example earlier. And those 2 events per month, I already gave you that example earlier. But then we're adding that building share of customer plan where you're taking your base 10 customers and offering them a handful of additional products. Adding all of that together, what that looks like is $1,356.80 in immediate retail profit. And that you get whether you're building a team or have a personal partner or not. That in and of itself is absolutely worth it. I mean, you're talking an event should take you 3 hours, 2 hours for the event, a half an hour prior, a half an hour after. And a consultation should take you about an hour. So if you're doing one consult per week, that's 5 hours per week we're talking. And if you're adding in an event every other week, in this example, that's really only 6 hours. So, you've got 5 hours with your individual consults and 6 hours every other week. It's super, super attainable, okay? So let's look at this as an average action plan for someone who wants to leverage our skincare and personal care products as well and see how that adds up. Now follow me here because this gets crazy. If you've got one person on your left and one person on your right, so you're activated now, you're earning payout on your commissions that are on the volume being accumulated, that's $900. If you're a numbers person and you want to sit there and look at all the small print and read through the numbers, you can do that, but I put that there for people like myself who need to be proved to that that's where the numbers came from. And if you're not familiar with the marketing plan, then that would, like I said, be a good next step. Or if you are a business owner, make sure that you've mastered that in your head and you understand it completely. The second example here would be, let's say you have 6 people on your left and 6 people on your right. That's 13 people total committing to that action plan. That would earn you $4,800 in commissions per month. I mean, I haven't seen anywhere else where you can make that kind of money with that limited time commitment, with something that is so simple and so duplicatable. And it's 100% shared profitability, which is incredible. And then the third point of having, maybe you already have an established team, or maybe you're growing fast and furious once you start doing this. 12 people on your left, 12 people on your right, plus you, that's $9,600 in commissions. I mean, that's crazy. And I know some of you will look at that and say that it's, maybe like seems unattainable because it's so much money, but the numbers don't lie. I just walked you through it. You can rewatch this webinar as many times as you need to. It's just a matter of implementing and making the commitment and not letting people cancel or not giving up on yourself, which is why that Hostess Incentive Program is so important. But listen, that's just in commissions alone. Remember, you also have that $1,356 worth of retail profit. Okay. Very powerful. I hope that you all feel excited by that. It's so feasible. It's so possible. There's so many people that have done it and are continuing to do it. If you commit to doing that, by default, you're going to be hitting challenges. You're going to be recognized from our company for excelling and leading the way. So check out the Motives Corporate Challenges. Also, whatever region you live in, there's regional challenges and even challenges on a local scale, but they all sort of are building blocks, and it gives you a roadmap, if you will, to success. And I talked a lot about doing a consultation or doing an event. The best way to learn how to do those and do those well and properly and professionally is by attending our trainings. So we just revamped our entire curriculum. I'm really excited about it. I'm very proud of it. We have a Motives one-to-one class. These are 4.5-hour classes that are $40 to attend. If you're interested in what you're going to learn from that, you can check out our training registration form. There's some bullet points on there on what you can expect to go through. But in the trainings, you're going to learn about the product selection, how to master a one-on-one consultation, and also how to leverage an event. And then we dig a little deeper into these action plans, which is actually what I'm showing you tonight. I literally copied and pasted bits and pieces from our trainings. So you'll learn that content a little more in depth, like I said, at the class. The skincare one-to-one, again, is a training, 4.5 hours, $40. And you're going to learn about our 4 comprehensive systems, about all of our individual targeted products, how to do a consultation effectively and professionally, and then how to leverage your time through an event, and then wrapping up with an action plan. And then our Blend Your Beauty event is really a very hands-on, super fun class, leveraging our custom blend system. We have a custom blend liquid system and a custom blend powder system. And this class is a lot of fun. So go, ready to dig in and get hands-on. It's amazing. Super profitable, by the way. Our custom blend system averages 300% profit margin on products you can make through that. Then we also have workshops. These are 2.5 hours, and they are kind of, taking things to the next level. We've got Motives Marketing Workshop, which talks more about the beauty industry, Motives different partnership options with our brand, how to speak in themes, how to really master, being a beauty entrepreneur. We have an advanced skincare solutions workshop, which covers really talking about skin conditions that a lot of individuals may suffer with and giving them targeted specific regimens that are going to help offer them solutions for those skin conditions. And then we have advanced custom blending, which is where you're going to learn, not in the first class in the training, you're going to learn how to make a foundation and a powder for yourself, but in the workshop, you're going to learn how to do maybe a brow pomade, a blush, a bronzer, lip stain, things like that. And then the last workshop we offer is the Art of Makeup Guided Application. And this is sort of a step-by-step. We categorize it by flawless face, all about eyes, perfect pout. So when you attend this class, this is getting hands-on. So you would bring your own makeup, and the trainer will walk you through step-by-step how to have successful application. And then if you want to take it to the next level, we have more of a B2B style curriculum, which is implementing with spas, salons, dance studios, cheer academies, things like that. That would be through our Motives Beauty and Business Academy. Best way to stay relevant on this is check out the website, motivesacademy.com. And you can register on the site or, obviously learn more information. But the next event we have coming up is in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, July 12th to the 15th. But, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of this is really lifestyle marketing. It's really about being a product of the product. That's how you're going to find people who want to not only be your customer, but be in business with you. And so I wanted to wrap it up with kind of taxing you with some action items. One of them would be to capitalize your business. If you're a guest on the call, or maybe you're partnered with our company, but you haven't really dug into Motives too much, I want to show you some kit options that you can get started with that are going to set you up for success. And the second thing is really be intentional with your time. All those action plans I showed you with the numbers are based on, committing to doing one-on-one consults, which average an hour each, and then our duplicatable events, which are about 3 hours max. So, you want to be mindful of having time in your schedule to do all that. So let's look at some of the kit options. Like I said, this first one's really not a kit. It's more of an application. So we call it our Beauty Advisor application. This is only available when you are a guest. So this isn't relevant for those of us who are already business owners with our company. This is for guests that want to partner. It's $150 to partner with Motives and become a business owner and be able to have access to all these products that we're referencing, and also, most importantly, have the ability to earn commission that we talked about through the pay plan, through our marketing plan that I showed you. So this gets you set up with your own business, but in addition to that, you're going to get all the products and marketing materials needed to host a Beauty Basics event, which is, kind of your top 10 beauty essentials that everyone should have. Even people who aren't super makeup centric can benefit from these products, and they'll have a very simple time of using them. The Fast Start Kit that we have is this is, again, only applicable for guests. If you're already partnered, this is something that you have access to. But this is more of a kit because it has enough volume for you to qualify or capitalize your business. But what we love about this is it's business in a box, and it sets you up for immediate success. And this is all the products needed to host an It's Your Time to Shine application workshop, which is one of those 4 duplicatable events that we talked about. So it's got all the products, all the marketing materials necessary. And don't get too hung up on the dot on these images. I was my computer crashed and I was having a hard time finding updated images. I'm still waiting from some from Creative. So it just gives you an idea, but there might be some slight variances, okay? Then we have a Motives Essential Kit. Now, these last few kits I'm going to show you are available for anyone to purchase. You could get, if you're a new partner and you want to get started with, say, a custom blend, then what you would do is you would pair your Beauty Advisor application, which is the $150, and you would pair that with one of these kits that I'm going to talk you through. So the Motives Essential Kit is designed to have enough product to really build a substantial kit that you could do one-on-one consultations with, you could do events with, you could do prom makeup, wedding makeup, whatever the case may be. But focusing on products that are also going to be very simple to sell, they're going to sell themselves. And you can go on our media index on our back office and look at flyers for these kits, and they'll give you the updated detailed list of what is included and what the BV and the price is, okay? Again, this kit's available for anyone. So if you are new to Motives or you just kind of want to refresh your kit, you certainly can quick entry that code and purchase it for yourself. The code is 60ESK. Then the next kit is a custom blend kit. This has way more than you're seeing here, but it's the liquid system, the powder system, 100 different jars, all the blending accessories you need, tablets of 50 each of 50 client surveys for a liquid, 50 for a powder, a recipe book, a manual, all sorts of order forms, everything to set you up for success. This is actually over a $3,000 value at a distributor cost, at a wholesale cost. And we've discounted that incredibly at 50% for people who are new to custom blending. And then as you run out of the individual additives, you can reorder them a la carte. So that's an incredible deal on this system. And the code for that is 130 CBK. Maybe you're a skincare nut or professional, or you want to really focus on doing one-on-one consultations with targeted customized solutions. This is the kit for you. It has all your marketing materials to set you up for doing a proper consultation, having your clients fill out those skin health surveys, order forms, how to host an event, and one of every skincare product that we have. Again, this picture is a little bit outdated. It now includes some of the men's skincare, etc. But you can get that kit as well. So on that note, I'm going to thank you for joining me tonight. Again, I'm going to encourage you to ask your questions in our Facebook group. And, stay in touch. I'm super excited. I'd love to hear from people who are going to commit to doing one of these action plans. I'd love to help you and mentor you along the way. You just need to reach out, okay? So congratulations again. Good luck, and I'm excited to watch you all grow with Motives.